let's say this dog reproduces and it has many puppies. Same goes with the cows also. Let's say dog gets some puppies and cows get some calves. Now, let's say some of the children die, that is, one of the puppy dies, one of the calf dies, and both dog and cow will have the ability to cry for them. Whereas other animals like reptilians and cats, they don't have that high feeling towards their own loved ones. But whereas dogs and cows have very strong anahata, that's why they cry for their loved ones. That is, if a human, if the owner dies, they don't eat food, they die themselves sometimes. That is, if the owner dies, they will not eat food and they'll starve to death. So that is the capacity of anahata they have. Sadly, they don't have a developed vishuddha to communicate the love. So, but they have the anahata. So the dogs and cows get to experience sadness, sorrow, like a heart-tearing sorrow they can experience whenever their owner or whenever their child dies. So that is the feminine consciousness that I'm talking about. That is the newly developed anahata. Now, the male consciousness is still watching. So Tripura Sundari is showing her dad, that is Sadashiva. She's showing her dad, see, I have created so many animals, I have created so many humans. And see how the difference in chakra. So the Shiva, that is the male consciousness, goes inside all the animals, birds, insects, humans, astral beings, causal beings, Vishnus, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. So it goes inside all the characters inside the Maya of Tripura Sundari. And it just watches. It sees the sorrow. It doesn't react. It sees the happiness. It doesn't react. It just watches with silent eyes. And it is still seeing and realizing how detailed her creation is, how detailed the babies, that is the Vishnus, are dreaming. And he just stays in the watcher model. He never enters, he never tries to modify the Maya. That is, whenever Tripura Sundari shows her painting, that is the whole multiverse, there is many causal beings, many universes, many human beings, astral beings, lot of solar system, galaxies, rivers, clouds. So when Tripura Sundari shows her painting to dad, Sadashiva doesn't react. That is, he just watches. He smiles and he just watches. He doesn't tell that, wow, this is good or this is bad. He never creates difference between dharma, adharma. He never creates difference between good, evil. He never creates difference between anything. He is very non-dual in nature. The male consciousness is very non-dual in nature. It doesn't try to judge her painting because the painting itself is complete with both polarities. If both polarities don't exist, then the painting is incomplete. That is why good is always there with evil. Creation is also there with destruction. But the only people who follow dharma, adharma is the Vishnus. So inside her creation, there are many Garbhodakshaya Vishnus who are creating rules inside the dream. Because a dream without rules is very chaotic. Let's say, assume you create a dream. Let's say you are lucid dreaming like a Vishnu. Basically, the Vishnus, right? They are lucid dreaming. They clearly know what is happening inside the Maya. But you sometimes create dreams which you are not in control of. So what that means is you are not a very good creator when it comes to dreaming. But some people can lucid dream. So whoever is lucid dreaming among the audience are very well in creation. So you have to promote or you have to encourage yourself to lucid dream. That is the way to become an astral being. To navigate your own dream, to create your own people inside the dream and to be the master of that dream. So that is who they are. The causal beings are the master of the universe because they have created dream with complete control over the characters, the nature, mother nature, everything. Similarly, even the people who lucid dream can create beautiful scenarios like clouds, mountains, and they can control it. So that is what lucid dreaming is. And whoever is not able to control their dreams, that means that they are not very good creators. So you have to develop the creating ability by increasing your imagination, by doing sadhana, by meditating, by increasing your concentration. So you have to practice imagination, imagining things like hill, mountains, clouds. Only then you can become an astral being, when you are ready to lucid dream. So the dogs and cows still don't have that strong male consciousness because they have not experienced the upper chakras, that is of intellect. The male consciousness gets activated only after the Agna chakra gets activated, because male consciousness is nothing but pure intellect, because it's just watching. Whereas the lower 4 chakras are not intellectual, they are pure inside Maya. It is to deal with Maya, the lower 5 chakras. So all the dogs, cows, they just get to experience sadness, happiness, but they never question the reality. So the animals, non-living things, they never question the reality. That is how they were designed by the Vishnu of this universe. Now the human beings who have developed the Agna chakra, that is of intellect, are questioning the reality. So they are questioning, who am I? Why am I existing? Is this all true? Is the tube light true? Is the table true? Is the pen true? Am I true? Is everything real or is everything fake? So this is the design of how a human is created. The human questions the reality because of the activated Agna chakra, that is Vijnanamaya kosha. The animals only have Manomaya, Pranamaya and Annamaya. That is why they are not able to question the reality. But humans can question the reality because of Agna chakra or the Vijnanamaya kosha. Now after questioning the reality, they get to experience the male consciousness for the first time. They feel, who is this watching? Who is this watching this universe so silently? They get to experience the watcher for the first time. They have never experienced a watcher in all the 84 lakh incarnations of animals, birds, insects. They have never experienced the male watcher. But when they experience the male watcher for the first time, they feel so blissful. They feel so blissed out. They feel like, oh, you were there since the beginning. You, the watcher, were there since the beginning of time. You never left me. You were always with me. Because that is who you are. Whatever the female consciousness that you're feeling, all the Kundalini chakras, etc., is not the real you. That is just the Maya created by the 16-year-old girl who splitted during your desire. That is, when you had a desire, that 16-year-old girl started creating all this Maya and you entered her own creation. So that is how when all the animals become human, they start questioning the reality. Then once they start questioning the reality, the journey to become an astral being starts. So they start doing the sadhana of the deities. So the deities are nothing but the causal beings. So the causal beings who are near the creative force, that is the feminine energy. So the causal beings are nothing but Tripura Sundari's own babies who are there in the Janaloka or the causal realm. So we get to do the sadhana of those causal beings, and those causal beings promote us from this Maya to the other Maya called as astral realm or astral planets, which are not visible to the 5 senses, rather visible only to the mind, that is the Agna chakra. So whoever's Agna chakra is activated, they can astral travel. That is how the Vishnus have designed this world. So once they become astral beings, they will only operate through Agna chakra. Their lower 3 chakras will disappear. And the lower 2 will be there, however, that is of Vishuddha and Anahata, because they have to still learn how to love completely. So until you learn unconditional love, Anahata will still be active. Only after you get to experience unconditional love, like how Krishna shows love, how Ma Durga shows love, how Kali shows love. Once you get to experience what unconditional love truly means, only then you pass the Anahata chakra. Once you cross Anahata, you have to satisfy complete the Vishuddha. Vishuddha chakra is where you go beyond the dual system the world has been generated with. That is like good, evil, or dharma, dharma. So you go beyond in the Vishuddha chakra. And when it comes to Agna chakra, the masculine consciousness gets active. Then you become purely astral being. Then after astral being, you go to the causal being phase. So to become a causal being, you have to have very creative energy. That is, you have to leave the astral planets also created by the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. You have to know how to create a universe by yourself, by your own thought forms. So that's why you have to practice lucid dreaming from right now itself. Either you have to practice lucid dreaming to become an astral being, or you have to practice just watching through your non-dual state. You have to practice being the male watcher, the Sadashiva, or you have to practice being the causal being inside the Maya. So start practicing concentration, sadhana, creating your own set of dreams, imagination, or practice being non-dual. That is, whenever some bad incident happens, try practicing the non-dual state. Don't react to any situation. That is, whenever something bad happens, just see it through the lens of the observer. It's through the lens of Sadashiva, who is just watching the Maya, who is just watching the daughter's creation. So let's say you fell from the scooter. Now you got hurt. You got hurt in the knees or elbow or somewhere. And after that, don't react to the situation. Just think, Tripura Sundari has created Maya such a way that she wanted me to experience this human body's hurt. And that's why I have fell from the scooter. So I have to just appreciate her creation, never judge it. So when you practice this mindset of being fatherly figure of your Maya, that is whatever Maya is going in front of you, is created by the Kundalini itself. That is, when the Kundalini goes to the Agna Chakra, it creates Maya. And that Maya, you have to not judge. If you start judging, you will go still more deep inside Maya. That is, if you judge the accident, if you tell, oh no, I shouldn't have fallen, I got hurt, damn, I have to complain it to someone like police or hospital or wherever. If you react, then you are going more deeper inside Maya. So just watch whatever is going on in your life. Don't judge it. Be grateful. Because if you don't show love to your daughter, that is your own Kundalini, then you cannot go out of this Maya. That is, the Maya created by you is so strong that if you don't show appreciation, if you don't show gratitude, then you will always be in it. Because if you don't have gratefulness, that means that you have not experienced the characters very well. So Tripura Sundari will force you to watch this movie until you appreciate it, until you show gratitude towards her. Only when you tell the daughter that the painting is very good, I loved it, only then she will allow you to go to sleep or to go back to your true state. So that's why appreciate all creation, including animals, birds, insects, sorrow, happiness, sadness, difficulties. Appreciate everything. Watch everything in your life with the lens of Sadashiva, and be non-dual and practice sadhana of causal beings to improve your imaginative skills. I hope this video has helped develop your consciousness. I hope you have understood how the animals, humans, causal being, astral beings work. So thanks for watching, and we'll meet in the next video. Jai Mahakal.